what is different with the Russian mob as opposed to the mafia?
Well, my experience with them, a couple of things. Number one, they were very bright. Very bright. I mean, you know, the Russian mob guys that I was dealing with were engineers. One, you know, had a degree in engineering. He actually, Mike Markowitz, actually invented a taxi meter that was revolutionary at the time that he was selling to, you know, I think Yellow Cab, I don't remember exactly. Very smart guy, number one. Number two, they were not afraid of our justice system here. Some of them had criminal experience back in Russia, and going to a prison here in the United States would be like a camp to them. So they weren't afraid of our justice system. They were smart and they wanted to make money. And they were used to the black market stuff because in Russia, I mean, I think half the country is run on the black market. So none of that worried them. And they were very closed-mouthed, at least when I deal with them. I got along great with them. They were great partners, great partners. And we made a ton of money together. So, and they're a group that I think you need, I've told people, they're the ones that you need to be concerned with because they know how to move quietly. They'll you know, resort to violence if they need to be, and people know that, and they're very smart. You know, and look, I think that I played a role by teaching them how to defraud the government on tax on every gallon of gasoline. I think I taught them how to defraud Medicare and our health system because they're into that pretty heavy now, from what I understand. And they've made a tremendous amount of money, and I think that I'm the one that showed them target the federal government because they're not too good in their collection, the way they collect money. So,
yeah, well, I mean, I'm Russian myself, and you know, my people are not the most honest.
Well,
I could just tell you that. I'm not
well,
sorry.
listen.
Well, the basics of the mafia in terms of how they make money is protection, extortion, and gambling. Is that correct? You wrote that in your book, actually.
Yeah, I mean, protection and, you know, union involvement at the time. Yeah, I think so. Protection, extortion, gambling, yeah. Gambling will always be a major source of income, always.
Okay. What is the protection part? What does that entail?
Well, a lot of times you're protecting somebody from your own, you know. The way I got involved in the gas business, very simple. Two guys were extorting Larry Irizzo, you know that name. They were trying to get involved and get a piece of his company. They were shaking him down. And eventually they would have done that, okay? Threats of violence, the whole thing. Larry came to me to protect me from them. And so I said, okay, if you're with me, nobody's going to bother you except me. So how are we going to make money together? Because what benefit of it, is it to me to protect you from them if I don't get a benefit out of it? And that's when we started to talk about, you know, defrauding the government. So most of the times you're being protected from our own. Because especially in New York, when there's so many guys, you know, I mean, look, New York, you stumble over each other. Believe me. So guys were always trying to extort a business or get involved with somebody. And the business owner would run to somebody else for help. Say, okay, I'll help you, but how's it going to benefit me? So that's one way.